Why do individuals behave in a certain way in an organizational environment? Which factors have an impact on employee satisfaction, job performance, job commitment, and motivation? Individuals have been researching this very topic for decades, in an attempt to uncover strategies to improve organizational performance. In this session, we orient you to diversity management through effective leadership style, communication skills, and types of personalities under the umbrella of organizational behavior. Let's understand first. What is organizational behavior? Organizational behavior is a field of study that examines human behaviors at the workplace and how they can affect organizational outcomes. Individuals converge in the United Arab Emirates from across the globe. Around 8 million people are engaged with several business organizations. Managing diversity at the workplace has become a more vital concern for business managers, leaders, and business owners to capitalize on the positive outcomes of diversity. One of the significant issues is high employee turnover and psychological withdrawal from their work, which causes low productivity and decreased profitability. Leadership skills must be demonstrated according to international standards. Therefore, having sophisticated business leaders through empowering their skills, styles, and approaches. Consequently, an outstanding level of creativity, novelty, productivity, and profitability can be achieved. What leadership styles, skills, behaviors, and qualities are required to become an effective leader in managing diversity? However, different leadership styles can be incorporated to obtain optimum outcomes of situations, such as transformational leadership, transactional leadership, and servant leadership, if employees perceive that they are being valued, respected, and treated fairly by their reporting managers. Consequently, their sense of belongingness increases. Sense of belongingness means that employees feel they are directly linked to the organization. Perception of belongingness enforces them to exert a significant level of effort to achieve higher productivity. What leaders and business managers must do to establish the perception of belongingness? The answer to this question is the inclusive leadership style.
Inclusive leadership is a style that manages a diversified team smoothly while respecting their individuality. Discrimination, prejudice, and favoritism based on color, gender, and other protected characteristics are prohibited, and employees are appreciated for their contributions. Today's business leaders are supposed to develop such attributes which can enhance employees' sense of belongingness. There are 3 main attributes of inclusive leadership which each leader should possess. To build employees' sense of belongingness, business leaders must be available for their employees. Employees at the workplace must feel that their reporting managers are understandable, available, approachable for any support if required with no barriers. Thus, the availability of leaders will enhance the employees' level of satisfaction for perceived emotional support. By being understandable and approachable will certainly influence employees' perception of belongingness. Business leaders often listen rather than utilize their authority of being the primary speaker. Listening to his employees' needs, interests, concerns, and expectations to gain the employees' confidence and openness. Managers must listen to employees' personal and business matters without formal restrictions. Upon eliminating formal barriers between employees and reporting managers, they are intended to feel more valuable and respectful, while enhancing their enthusiasm for efficient performance. A sense of belongingness can be established when business managers are easily accessible without any delaying protocols for their employees in the dynamic environment. Suppose the business leaders remain available, easily accessible, and open to listening to their employees. In that case, employees will feel that they are respected, valued members of the organization. Effective communication and leadership are inseparably linked because leaders are responsible for setting agendas, designing job roles, formulating ideas, motivating employees, and resolving conflicts. Diversity in organizations is increasing and has a significant impact on the expected outcomes. To satisfy the work-inclusive atmosphere that resolves internal conflicts, leaders first appreciate and understand individuals from all origins and cultures. Verbal, as well as nonverbal communication, is needed to address all of these concerns. As leaders are also responsible for ensuring that tasks are completed through their workforce, To achieve their objectives, leaders must be good communicators in various situations, including the corporate level, society, groups, and more typically, interacting with their employees. On the other hand, managers and leaders must also consider nonverbal communication while managing a diverse workforce. Nonverbal communication includes eye contact, voice tone, body posture, facial expressions, emotions, and movement. Different cultures interpret the same nonverbal clues in different ways. Direct eye contact, for example, may be considered acceptable in one culture but insulting in another. As a result, leaders must understand the distinctions in nonverbal communication between cultures and how to understand various nonverbal signals to manage workplace diversity. In the West, making eye contact is considered a show of confidence. However, in Asia and the Middle East, it may be considered unfriendly or antagonistic. Employees in the United Arab Emirates come from a diverse spectrum of backgrounds. Therefore, corporate managers should keep this in mind while maintaining eye contact. Business leaders are supposed to maintain a firm and steady shake hand. However, every manager and leader knows the meaning of firm handshakes as a sign of warm welcome but are considered unpleasant and aggressive in some nations and cultures. Hand gestures are a great way to reinforce communication, but different meanings vary from one culture to another. For example, pointing at someone else is an insult in most parts of the world, but it is often used simply as a reference in some places. Physical distance can be considered differently by employees from various backgrounds. However, it is suggested that the leaders and business managers not get close to 2 feet into someone's personal space. If it is not about personal closeness, many individuals find such close contact to be unsettling. According to a well-known researcher named Ekman in the 1990s, happiness, sadness, surprise, fear, anger, disgust, and contempt are 7 universal emotional expressions for individuals worldwide. Hence, leaders must be able to assess their employees' sentiments based on their facial expression.
Employees play a very important role in organizational performance and success. Therefore, it is important to understand employees' personality. Let's understand the concept of personality. Generally, it is used to indicate the external outlook of an individual, but in the context of organizational behavior, personality means something different. The term personality indicates neither the external pattern nor does it indicate the internal quality, but it means an integrated whole. In the modern world and psychology, it has come to indicate the sum total of an individual's characteristics and qualities. Personality is a patterned body of habits, traits, attitudes, and ideas of an individual's, as these are organized externally into roles and statues, and as they relate internally to motivation, goals, and various aspects of selfhood. Personality also refers to an individual's distinct thought patterns, behaviors, and feelings that distinguish him or her from others. Some personality qualities are necessary for employee behavior, and these behaviors are essential for an organization to achieve desired goals. Individual differences provide vitality in the team, and employees from diverse backgrounds show diverse skill sets necessary to achieve organizational objectives. To better understand people, 5 fundamental personality types have been defined as generic dimensions, and these dimensions are generally used to distinguish one individual from another. Business managers and leaders must be familiar with these dimensions to understand the different personalities and associated behavior, which is critically required for anticipated results. Now let's take a closer look at the big 5 personality traits. The first personality dimension is open to experience. This open to experience trait refers to an individual's willingness to try new things, be open, and think creatively. Business leaders must comprehend that employees who possess openness are flexible, innovative, and enthusiastic about learning new job skills and possessing excellent job satisfaction. Employees who score low tend to be conventional and stay in their comfort zones. The second personality trait is conscientiousness. This personality attribute assesses a person's trustworthiness and stability. Business leaders must understand that employees who score higher in this area are more goal-oriented, organized, exert a high effort level, show better performance, and do not leave the organization. The third trait is extroversion and introversion. Extroversion is a personality attribute that describes how gregarious and expressive a person is. Business managers need to understand the associated outcomes out of this personality trait. Employees who score high in extroversion are generally more assertive, have better interpersonal skills. Extroverted people are more outspoken, socially confident, and get their energy from engaging with others. whereas introverts are more inclined to seek isolation and reflection. The fourth personality trait is agreeableness. The ability to get along with others is measured by agreeableness. People with high scores in this feature are often likable, empathetic, and affectionate, while those with low scores are seen as blunt, harsh, and sarcastic. The last personality trait is neuroticism. Neuroticism can be defined as emotional stability. It assesses a person's ability to regulate negative emotions such as worry and sadness. A high score in this category implies that the employee is vulnerable to certain feelings and has low self-esteem. Those employees that have a low score are likely to be more confident and daring. These characteristics can help predicting employees' social behavior and success at the workplace. Suppose business managers and supervisors know more about these behaviors. In that case, they can establish trust, coherence, and harmony and foster a more positive workplace culture.